Welcome to Insights with Thomas Caldwell on Thursday, January the 9th, 2025. Tom, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Thank you. So the last time you and I spoke, it was the beginning of December. Now we're 2025. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has stepped down. What does this mean for Canada and our relationship with the United States?
Well, let me break it into two parts. First off, try to think of a champagne bottle being uncorked. I think that is a metaphor I could use for Canada. I think what's going to happen here is we don't know who's going to form the next government. Mr. Poilievre has some pretty interesting policies, positive, and we have to see what the Liberals do in terms of substituting a leader. But the interesting part is that we've come through 9 years of policies that have been hostile to economic growth. And I think Canada has such incredible potential. And we're sort of down right now. We're down because there's unemployment, there's inflation, there's no growth, there's no jobs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What is interesting is that once we start to uncork that bottle, Canada has wonderful potential in our workers and ideas, deals that want to get done. And in fact, when that capital gains tax was introduced, a lot of deals were just canceled. Financings of new companies, resources, people need our resources. So I think it's going to be a very positive time for Canada. So for the first time in many years, I'm starting to look very positive toward the economic growth of Canada. Vis-a-vis the United States, well, assuming they don't invade, because they might be busy invading either Panama or Greenland or whatever, I think somebody's got to talk to them again. Just shut up for a while. There was a very good comment by a commentator that said, take Trump seriously. Don't take him literally. He always begins with the threat, and then you negotiate him back to normal. If you look at the last free trade agreement, we renegotiated. Same sort of thing. So I do think Poilievre can do a better deal with him. I mean, a past prime minister could not do any deal with him. And whoever comes along will probably has a better chance of doing a deal with Trump. I don't think he's going to be invading. I think the relationship is going to be a little bit caustic for a while because he's annoyed at Canada and he hated our past prime minister. So I do think we're going to solve this problem. It's normalcy will prevail, but it's bad press for Trump and America because our allies think, wait a second, if this is how they treat their best friend over hundreds of years, an ally, what about us?
Yeah.
It's like having a bully. What happens when your turn comes? I think he's got to smarten up. He's the standard bearer in the States for less regulation, reduced taxes. People want that, but he's a flawed standard bearer. But I think we're going to work it out. Not to worry, but I'm positive in Canada, no matter who comes, because we have to start to think about economic growth, and we're going to get it.
So we are just over 1 week in 2025. What's happening with the stock markets?
Well, it's still choppy the first part of the year. It's trendless right now. You can have a couple of up days and it gets hit down. There is some tax loss selling going on because it's been such a good year last year. I mean, we all think we're smart again. I think in one company, I remember Urbana is up 27% after tax. So that's a good year, and we all, again, think we're brilliant. But you delayed taking your losses last year. You pushed into January to push out when you have to pay that tax. I think this year is going to be fairly positive. The U.S. economy is still strong. Inflation is moderating. And as I mentioned earlier, Canada has the chance of a positive background to get back to building this country. And I think that's positive as well. So, as you know, I'm an optimist, and I've chosen to be an optimist because they tend to be richer than pessimists. So,
Well, thanks for your insights, Tom.
thank you very much, Liz.
And thank you all for watching. Bye for now.